Greetings, Divine Ones. We are here because you are here, and in your focus, and in your desires, and with your heart, and because of your aims, you have summoned the energies, the knowing, the insights, the connections, the collaborations that serve you in this time and space reality, in the fulfillment of your desires, and we love that. We are here to speak with you today about activating the energy of abundance. Deactivating the energy of lack or limitation. We are happy to be here and we are happy to be of service in this way. We are very keen to participate in life on Earth, and we are keen to participate in any way that benefits those of us embodied here, which is you. We love the interdimensional play that is happening, as more and more of you wake up and remember the unseen world from which your embodiment came about. More and more of you realize how you got here, and then choose to live in full knowing of who you really are. We especially enjoy the times in which you come together with each other in a conscious co-creation like this. There is tremendous amplification of the experience for all involved, no matter where we are focused. As you live with this expanded reference point in your life, your sense of what's possible opens up, and if you allow yourself to feel it, the knowing of the tremendous support that is yours becomes visceral and real for you, and you start to feel a lot lighter. This is a wonderful way to live on Earth, and we feel you soar as you feel the possibilities for your experience open up. You were meant to feel good, and to know your capacity, and to feel free, and to have fun, and to be in your knowing. You are meant to bypass the history of living in limitation and instead, focus on confidently feeling completely at liberty to express yourself, and discover what you like. You were meant to be here feeling good, feeling capable, feeling free, having fun, being in your knowing, discovering what you like, discovering what you prefer, discovering what pleases you, and choosing freely to have experiences that do please you, living in ways that suit you, having more fun day after day after day. Yet you don't always feel like life is this way, and we know that bothers you. But if you could just let yourself know that when life doesn't feel that way, there's nothing wrong, you would have an easier time of it if you would let yourselves know that when you have a bad day, or when you have a few days when you're kind of irritated, or a few hours when you're kind of unhappy, or a moment when you suddenly feel displeased, if you would let yourself know that nothing is really wrong, you would find that gloomy stuff and that gloomy feeling lifts faster and you feel good again more quickly. You feel as good as you let yourself feel, and yet, generally, the changing feelings in your experience happen pretty gradually. The rising and falling of vibration tends to happen rather gradually. Most often, it happens incrementally. By and large, you don't tend to go from bliss to hatred, or from hatred to bliss. You tend, instead, to move in smaller increments where you start out feeling kind of calm and content, and then you feel eager, and things start to feel like more fun, and you smile more, and there's a sweetness, and then elation and joy. That's more like what happens. In the other direction, it tends to feel like boredom, and then boredom often goes to irritation, or dissatisfaction, and then you get kind of annoyed or unhappy, and then sometimes you get angry. The movement tends to be more gradual, and this is beneficial to you. It's beneficial to you that things take time to develop because you get to refine your focus. The fact that the momentum you've got going requires your focus to continue is also beneficial. This means you're in charge. This means when you withdraw your focus, momentum will fade out and the experience that corresponds to that will stop showing up. Isn't that liberating? The stuff in life that keeps happening that you don't like? Stop paying attention to it. Let it peter out. We talked about this a little bit recently. Today we want to talk more about the states of mind you're in that really, ultimately, can be boiled down to a simple point of view that doesn't serve you, and how to help yourself not be in that state quite so often. How to let that state peter out. How to let the active vibrations of the things you don't like stop being the active vibrations that manifest for you. The way to do this is to notice when they're happening, and the way you notice when it's happening is you notice you don't feel as good, and before it gets moving too fast, withdraw your attention from it, and see if you can put your attention on something that gives you sense of relief, or something you do like and have, and want to continue, would welcome more of. This small and subtle shift will serve you well. It's such a simple thing, but it has power, and it has power because you are powerful beings. Your attention is how you flex your muscles, it's how you distribute and apply your power. Your attention is the way you are powerful, and in order to really liberate yourself from a life of limitation and the transactional ways of creating that most people experience, you have to begin to really consider that your attention is your power. Your attention is how you flow energy. Everything you pay attention to is amplified, and has active momentum. Pay attention to what you want to continue, and learn through practice, gradually, to build a habit such that when you notice you don't feel good, you realize it means you're focused in ways that don't serve you. Find your own methods for dropping your attention from the things you don't like and shifting to something you won't mind repeating, or reoccurring. These things you don't like, they can't happen to you if you don't pay attention to them. Or if you don't pay attention to something that has the essence of that experience going on. Everything that comes into your experience is a reflection of your focus of attention. The essence of it shows up in your life and sometimes the actual specifics of it. The essence of everything you don't like is lack. The essence of everything you don't like is, I don't have what I want. That's the essence of everything you don't like, so if you're focused on lack, you will manifest all kinds of variations of lack in your life, and lack is the thing that you dislike most. It's the most frustrating experience for you, and it enrages you like nothing else. It makes sense that it would, because it's entirely at odds with who you truly are, which is unconditional empowerment. When you're thinking about what isn't the way you want it to be, that's lack. When you're noticing the way people are and you're feeling annoyed, that's lack, too. They're not the way you want them to be. You don't have what you want. When you're looking at your checking account and thinking it's not enough money, that's lack, too. When you look at your house or your body or your friends or your business, and in any way think, I don't have what I want, that's lack. All the ways you focus on what is, that you don't like, are the essence of lack. Lack is, I don't have what I want. It's really the source of everything you don't like in your life. Everything you don't like in your life comes from all the times in which you're focused on, I don't have what I want. Any way in which you can spend less of your day focused on, I don't have what I want, is going to feel better to you, and from this different focus, life will get better, too. The reason it feels better to you is the real you is abundant. The real you is capable. The real you has access to everything you want all the time. And that's the way you want your life to feel because it's who you really are. When you're focused on what you have that you like, you feel like you. You think it's the thing that you have that makes you happy. It's not the thing that you have that makes you happy, although it might be entertaining and fun. The reason you feel happy is you're in a state of mind that correlates to who you really are. Who you really are is abundant. Any version of lack will amplify an experience of lack because creation is amplifying everything you pay attention to. It doesn't matter if you're paying attention to it and completely hating the experience of, you're energetically saying, give me more of it, because your attention is on it, your attention is power. Anything you pay attention to, you get more of, and when you're paying attention to it, if you're thinking, I don't have what I want, guess what? You've just expressed a vision of your life in which you don't have what you want. You've just said, the way I see my life, is I don't have what I want. You just put out there a vibration that says, my vision of my life is I don't have what I want. My vision of my life is, I don't have what I want here, and that's my vision of life, and creation says, okay. So you get more of that. Understanding this is the most important shift in your life to make if you want things to go better for you, because feeling, I don't have what I want is the essence of all the things you don't like. All the things you do like are the essence of, I like that I have this. I like that this is happening for me. I like that this is going on for me. This feels good to me. Underneath all of this is, are you feeling capable or not? The real you is capable, and anytime you don't feel capable, and anytime you don't feel like you're abundant, you're not going to feel like you and you're not going to like it. The real you, the eternal you, the soul self you are, the field of light from which you emanated into this embodiment is continually in an experience of abundance and clarity and empowerment, and everything you want is yours. You're out of sync with all that you are anytime you're thinking, I don't have what I want. A different way of living, the joyful way, the abundant, capable, clear way of having an embodied experience starts with realizing you're free to focus on what you want. The leading edge ways of living begin with exploring the infinite possibilities of focus available to you in each moment. All of this starts with learning you have more flexibility in every moment with how you use your attention, discovering firsthand your infinite freedom. We would suggest the empowered way is to focus on what you easily love. We suggest that you notice what you already have that is to your liking, and to pay attention to that, and give your attention, day in, day out, mostly to that, and to learn how to do that. On that topic, we spoke recently about how much information is coming at you each day and how much content all of you take in. We want to say clearly, none of it need be eliminated. What matters is how you feel when you're taking it in. That will indicate your state of being. You know this because of how you feel. You know what the point of view is that you have about all this content by how you feel. If you feel good in the receiving of it, the more feeling good experiences are being created. If you feel less than good, if you find yourself in consuming content of any kind, that you feel yourself tiring or fading or getting irritated or annoyed, then the point of view you have is one of lack. What you're looking at, you're holding it in a point of view of, that's not what I like. I don't like that. So you're creating more experiences of lack, and stuff you don't like when you're focused like that. You don't have to eliminate anything in your life in order to have the experiences you want, but it might be easier in the beginning to focus on the things you love, and really get that momentum going so that you're more inclined to bring that unconditional point of view to everything. It might be interesting to ask yourself, how can I be focused in this moment and feel pretty good? What can I look at that might give me a little ease? What can I pay attention to right now if I'm not feeling so good that might help me feel a little better, or maybe just feel relaxed or fine? These soft and gentle intentions for better alignment are beneficial. You have infinite choices in your world and in your mind in terms of what you pay attention to. In your mind, you have desires you could think about. You could think about why you like them, why they'd be fun, why you are excited about them coming. You have your imagination, you even have memory from which to choose. So there's everything you have access to focus on in your consciousness, and everything you have access to focus on in outer reality. There's a lot of choices and you're free to choose. There are a lot of different things from which to choose where you use the power of your focus, and there are always things you can pay attention to easily which feel better. Being love, this whole Soarfest is about being love, and we've talked about how there's only, really, unconditional love, nothing else is love, and unconditional love is entirely natural, and unconditional love is what you feel in a state of alignment. So, alignment is the goal and unconditional love flows forth from alignment, as do all other good things you wish to experience. Alignment is clarity, alignment liberates an experience of unconditional empowerment and unconditional love, and everything we're talking about here with you. Everything we're suggesting and inviting you to play with, and explore, is for the singular purpose of empowering you to be who you really are, the sovereign, unconditional, powerful eternal being you are. Today, we suggest you pay more attention to your feelings with an understanding that less good feelings typically come from, "I don't have what I want." Today, see if you can reduce the amount of your day that you're spent focused on lack, and whenever you realize your attention is in any way in a point of view that is, "I don't have what I want," or, "That's not what I like," recognize it as a lack, or limited point of view. Learn to realize that point of view isn't accurate or beneficial, it's just one point of view, you can choose another. That view is not beneficial because it takes you out of alignment with your wholeness. You won't feel as good in that point of view, plus you'll generate more experiences like that. So, since it's not the only point of view, choose a different one. Learn you can choose a different one, do it for yourself. Choose a different one when you think of it, and it doesn't matter how long it's been going on. It's not earth-shattering, it's not devastating. Don't make a big deal out of it if you find yourself not feeling good, but notice it. Notice it, and become a master of it. Discover your capacity to make different choices when you find yourself feeling less than happy, and find out firsthand that those little shifts actually create a wonderful momentum, and that wonderful momentum will feel better, and when you're in more alignment, unconditional love and joy is your experience, and that experience, you will like that, and what comes of it, a lot. We are complete. We are the Council of Radiant Light.